highly anticipated retrial of accused murderer Michael Colucci will begin today after a jury was unable to reach a unanimous verdict back in 2018. The Summerville jeweler is alleged to have murdered his wife, Sarah Lynn Moore Colucci, back in 2015 outside of a family-owned warehouse.
Colucci previously went to trial on the charge in 2018, but the judge declared a mistrial when the jury said it could not reach a decision.
Live 5's investigative reporter Emily Johnson spoke to Colucci's defense team and tells us why they argue he's innocent.
10 years after Sarah Lynn Moore Colucci's death, 9 since her husband Michael Colucci was charged in her murder, and 7 since the first trial began. And now, starting this week, the retrial will be the end of this case once and for all. It was on May 20th, 2015 when Sarah and Colucci stopped at their jewelry store warehouse in Summerville for Sarah to use the bathroom. An incident report states Berkeley County deputies found Sarah lying on her back on a concrete slab, a garden hose looped around the top of a chain link fence with a strand of blonde hair attached. Police originally investigated the death as a suicide, but around a year later, Colucci was charged with her murder. During the first murder trial, prosecutors told the jury Colucci's story of his wife committing suicide didn't make any sense and claimed his explanations for the incident kept changing. Now, 10 years following the murder, Colucci's defense team questions how the investigation was handled, specific witness testimony, and will now present new evidence. But before the retrial can even begin, dozens of motions by both the state and defense have been filed in court. One of Colucci's defense attorneys, Scott Bishop, sat down with Live 5 before the retrial begins and details what factors they believe will help the jury reach a unanimous verdict this time around. Will Michael Colucci himself be taking a stand?
I don't know. You know, a lot of times we make that decision right at the moment that he has the opportunity to do so, which you know is not until much later in the case. I have no doubt in my mind that he is innocent of this charge, and that's one of the reasons why we are strongly considering offering him as a witness.
Jury selection is supposed to begin today, with the trial expected to last at least 2 weeks. The South Carolina Attorney General's office declined to comment on what they plan to present in court today. Now tonight at 6 o'clock, tune into Live 5 News to hear more from the defense team about what evidence specifically they plan to introduce and why they believe it will show and prove Colucci's innocence. Reporting in the newsroom, Emily Johnson, Live 5 News.